I'm going to talk a little bit about governance again. Last time we did a blog, we commented on the large number of people who gathered in Te Awamutu, part of the Waipa district, complaining about the increase in rates, and also noticed that Hamilton City Councillor, aghast at what was happening with the waterworks and flying people in. And I commented, it surprises me that officials don't seem to keep councillors informed, or how can we have a situation where councillors, that's the elected officials, are not being briefed by senior management on issues which are likely to cause media attention and, you know, a certain amount of community unrest. Well, it beats me. But the Te Awamutu issue was about the level of rates, local government tax, and the idea that taxes shouldn't need to rise faster than the rate of inflation is something that just doesn't appeal to local government. So they had an economic consulting firm create a local government cost index. In 2010-11 fiscal year, that came in at around about 2.3%. For the forecasts going forward, Waipa district is saying it's going to be 4.5 or 4.8 for years and years and years to come, and wants to build that into the index of their costs going forward. An interesting situation. So having a little look at this index, we find out what it's made up of. So it has three components for water, has a component for capital works, builds in the consumer price index, is worried about the cost of roads and so on. And if you have a look at the economic consulting firm's report on this, they say that it's predicated on, one, no more global crisis, sort of medium economic growth in the New Zealand economy, and the Christchurch rebuild from the earthquake really taking off in the second half of 2012. Well, where is it? The global conditions have weakened. We have not had economic growth in New Zealand, and in terms of the rebuild in Christchurch, it doesn't seem to be happening. Fletcher's, which is a major construction company, ran quite a massive loss in its last fiscal year, even though it has major contracts for the rebuild in Christchurch. So with unemployment in the building industry, etc., it just doesn't add up. But the thing is, of course, with local government, you only do your budget once at the beginning of the year, and then you charge people, and if you've collected more rates, well, you don't pay it back because it doesn't work like that. You've just got to go and spend it. Now, what sort of an organisation can have an annual budget round, set it, not revise it in the circumstances, and then go and spend the money anyway? And I guess councillors will be upset that people are worried about the sort of governance we have in local government in New Zealand. Well, I'll put my hand up now and say I'm troubled by it. I think a little bit more local government reform is necessary.